Are you coming to Bonaire to shore dive? Do you plan on diving the dive site Aquarius? Would you like some tips and tricks to make your Bonaire shore diving experience easier and more enjoyable?
Well, that's what we're talking about in this video.
And we're doing it right now. Hey folks, Liz and Kevin here on beautiful Bonaire with a video all about the dive site Aquarius. We're going to tell you everything you need to know to have a great dive here. We'll show you everything you need to know outside of the water at the dive site. We'll show you the best place to enter and exit the water, and Liz will actually demonstrate that entry, and we'll give you a lot of other fun information. We hope you found value in videos like this, and if you do, we'd love to have you join our community by subscribing to our channel. You can do that by taking a giant stride on the subscribe button. Then make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be made aware when we have new content for you to enjoy. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. Liz and I really appreciate it. It means the world to us. Make sure that our videos get recommended to your fellow Bonaire divers and travelers. But right now it's all about Aquarius. Let's talk for a minute about the site. It's a good dive. I'm not going to say that this is going to be your favorite dive on the island. It's certainly not ours. It's part of the double reef system. However, the second reef is a good ways away, so you probably won't dive that. But let me make a recommendation before we get into talking about the site, and Liz is going to tell you about the type fish you'll see there. If you're a first-time visitor to Bonaire, I definitely recommend that you should dive this site, and I think it might even should be your first site. It's a somewhat easier entry. It's one of the easiest entries on the island, but honestly, it's not going to be a memorable site unless you just see some crazy, outlandish school of eagle rays or something like that. It's compared to the sites next door, like Alice in Wonderland or Larry's Lair, even further south. It's just, the reef's not as pretty. It's nondescript is the best way to say it, but that entry is so easy and it's worth diving. Don't misunderstand. If you've not dived in a while, or once again, this is your first visit to Bonaire, make this your first site. Knock all the rust off. It's an easy entry. Get in there, see what Bonaire is all about. The shallows are good, so that certainly takes some time there. But what all are you going to see there, Liz? Because I know she really saw some cool stuff here.
Yeah, so it is, as Kevin mentioned, as part of the double reef system, so you've got that sand channel, so always keep your eye out for any sort of rays or anything that might be swimming by there. I notice a large number of trumpet fish for some reason, so there's a lot of trumpet fish here. We've seen scorpion fish, so definitely keep your eye out for anything that blends in with the environment. It is a little bit more rubbly there, so I don't know if they're there because they fit in a little bit better, but there's more scorpion fish there. And then just the usual anemones, parrotfish, grunts, rock beauties. You see a lot of those fish around. So it's like Kevin said, it's not like the most amazing dive site, but it is a really nice site, and you do get to see a lot of things. Some of them a little bit more unusual just because of the topography.
Yeah, I think it really is good. Once again, what Liz mentioned, great example of why you see what you see there. Also, once again, a great introduction to Bonaire diving. You're going to see all the different type angelfish you normally see, French, queen angels, all the usual suspects as she mentioned. So enough talking about it. Let's head on down to the dive site and we'll introduce you to Aquarius. Okay, let's take a look at the lay of the land here at Aquarius. Plenty of parking. It is somewhat of a narrow driveway to get down into the parking area. Not near as much parking as other sites, but plenty enough for 4 or 5 trucks. So just back on up like I've done, you can see there. But let's take a look at that entry. Okay, the entry and exit is marked. You'll see the yellow rocks here, and if they're not, there's kind of a path, and you've got rocks piled, white rocks on top of that big boulder down there to help identify it as well. They may or may not be here when you are here, but just head on down to the shoreline. Okay, as we mentioned in the video earlier, this is arguably one of the easiest entries on the island, but it's not without its own issues. Okay, so I definitely recommend you use the walking stick. But you can see here, easier path over to some sand, then follow the kind of sand beachy area out into the water where you can come here. I don't know if you can see it, but when the waves break, there is a small ledge. It's not bad by any means, certainly not compared to Hilma Hooker, Angel City, those sites, but not near as bad today over here. So just walk on in. You see coral heads you have to contend with. Coming out to the right, head on out, put your fins on, then surf or swim out to the drop off. But very easy entry. But I just caution, don't assume there are no ruts or holes. But once again, it is very easy. Walk on in, head this way, surf or swim out to the drop off. There is no mooring buoy here, but you can see the mooring buoy next door at Alice in Wonderland. Kind of gives you a good idea of, where that drop off is. Of course, you're gonna see it out there right before the dark blue. Turn around, take a compass heading. So after the dive, you can swim straight back. Of course, find yourself a good navigational marker once you're down on the reef, so you can then follow that compass heading. Lots of good stuff to see here in the shallows. Very similar to what you found at the neighboring sites, but definitely save some air so you can spend time in those shallows looking for all the fun stuff. But once again, swim on back here, come on out, enjoy your dive. Let's go find Liz and she'll show us how to enter here at Aquarius. Okay, here comes Liz. She's gonna show us how to enter here at Aquarius on a cloudy day. It's cloudy and, well, you're not seeing it now, but it's getting kind of churned up, and it's cloudy in the water too. You can hear that salt pier chime in the background. The good thing about Aquarius is it's really not a wrong place to enter. We found that right about where Liz is, anywhere in that area, gets you to the sand closer. But you see how cloudy it is? She's probably gonna wait and let it clear out a little bit, but this wave's coming. So we recommend just hanging out, letting all that cloudiness clear out. She's got the walking stick, makes it easy. But you can see now it's still cloudy, but a little easier for the step. But the good thing about Aquarius is now she's just on nice sand. She's got a little slope down into the water, and then a few rocks out there to contend with, but nothing bad. But as we mentioned, a very simple entry, but not without issues, because the water can get cloudy like it is today. She's going to turn around and come on back out. Right about there, where she could put her fins on and kick out to go diving. And just kind of look where you're stepping. It's just like that, folks. That's how you do it. Easy as can be here at Aquarius. Thanks, Liz. Well, folks, that's just about going to do it here for us at Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. So with Liz, speaking of Liz, I'm going to go find her. We're going to gear up, get in, and I'll see you at the next dive site.